Hey everybody! Oh, I don't need that up right now. Whatever, it's close enough. Welcome to Legacies of Caine! Vampire the Masquerade, using the V20 system. Yep, World of Darkness. We're running through it. We're continuing where we left off last time. If you hadn't joined us, things went to crap. That's the best way to describe it. But why don't we start out where we kind of normally do and see how everybody's characters are feeling. I'm going to start with Umber, you and Carpe. How's Nathan doing, and how is Leslie doing?
A little frustrated.
Yeah.
Leslie is not pleased with the initial performance that that we put on display in the last episode. He was feeling, a little secure in the fact that he couldn't be seen at first, being covered in the shroud of inky blackness that nobody could see into, until it dissipated and everybody saw him lying on the floor.
Yep. Nathan, how about you?
I am less than impressed with our new members' professed physical abilities. Dawn was not entirely up to snuff this time herself, and I actually had to pull out a gun, which I'm friggin' good at. Thank God. I tried to keep it to punching, but nope, not me.
As a side note, Leslie has made the little mental reminder of a certain individual's also affinity for lying on the ground.
Samuel, how about you? How's it going?
We all needed naps. It's fine.
Only mildly worried about my friends. 'Cause I know they've got Don to help them out. I'm focused on driving.
Things went to crap. They tried to
Everybody,
steal
if everybody could pray to RNGesus for a better dice roll.
They tried to go after the last bit of firefighting gear they needed, and the clusterfuck occurred. That's the best way to describe it. And that's where we're at now, where things have gone awful, and hopefully they can turn it around. So why don't we dive into what you're doing, Samuel? So, you just had Badger's sick a cop, and now you're peeling out in a car chase. You can hear the sounds of sirens coming after you, as it seems like you are in trouble. Alright, so, what I want you to do is to start out with here, give me a dexterity drive check. Excuse me.
All right.
All right. So, you get a little bit of a leeway to start out with from your pursuers. Generally speaking, it took them a little bit to get started. Effectively.
Probably because of the Badgers.
Probably because of the Badgers, and probably because there was a little bit of panic for those not being attacked by the Badgers, of what the heck is going on? Okay. I have to make a roll now myself. Let's see here. Okay, so, as you're kind of rushing forward, let me put the dice rolls up here on the screen. Actually, now I need it. You begin to hear the sirens are definitely coming after you, and it seems like they're making some grounds on you. You are going kind of through city streets, which makes it most difficult for either of you to kind of weave in and out. And you're probably not 100% sure where everything is. And it's not like you have time to, check the GPS. What's your plan at this point in time?
Probably just kind of driving without any very much direction at all. Probably not going in the direction of London. simply because that would tie them back to our home, basically. But as soon as I think that I'm away from them, I'm gonna hop out into the sewer. Is the idea.
Okay. For now, give me another drive check then.
All right. I can't remember, what did we have in the car?
Oh, jeez. I don't think you had a much, because this was like... Wasn't this a new car for you guys to be using?
Okay.
I think there's like a single brownie in there.
There is a brownie.
I think you are correct.
Yeah, I'll take the brownie with me when I hop out. If I end up getting away anyway.
Okay. You're making some progress at keeping away from them, but not enough that you feel like you could probably hop out in time. They still seem relatively close. You're coming actually upon a very narrowed street neighborhood that looks incredibly difficult to navigate at the speeds you're going at. You could attempt to switch to an off-road area, it looks like, outside of the city, because you're kind of going into like a narrow hamlet kind of area. But that you might have to worry about the road condition and stuff, so it's either quick turns or road condition on something that may or may not be off-road.
I'm going to go quick turns because I think that'll make it easier to lose them, even if it is a bit more dangerous.
Then roll me another check. I'll put it in difficulty 8 this time for both of you.
Alright.
Show us your skills.
Okay, let's see how things go for them.
That's not good.
I would ask you to be careful with my car, but it's not my car.
All right. Let's see here. So, two interesting things happened. You get into a car crash, a very terrible one, and they also get into a car crash, not so terrible of one.
Not so terrible. Fuck.
No. They just merely, like, you know, like, go around a corner too fast, kind of, like, slide into a wall, kind of hit it so that they kind of stop. And the other cop car is, like, stop short. You, on the other hand, your car kind of... It ends up you kind of careen around a turn, and you hit something at the side of the road. So then you go flying off, and the car goes flying into a local pub.
I'm inside of a pub right now?
Yeah, I guess let's figure out how much damage a car crash would deal to you. You're in the car. It probably has a airbag. It's bashing. I'm gonna roll some dice, and you roll me a stamina check plus fortitude if you have it.
I don't think I have fortitude.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Alright. You actually manage to sort of soak the damage, so, like, you do get bumped around a little bit, the airbag kind of goes off, the car gets a little mangled, because it's kind of now tipped over on its side, kind of stuck in the building, as then it kind of, like, just kind of goes... as it kind of, like, just then kind of, like, flops down, like, finally. There's noise coming from all over. Lights are coming on all over, like, places in this, like, city street, as, like, now just this loud noise on this quick turn has occurred. You can hear the cops.
The car is not inside the pub, it's landed...
The car is inside the pub.
Oh,
it went in kind of sideways, and so now it's, like, kind of, like, maybe not impossible to get out, but...
Does it sound like it's still, like, the engine's still running and it sounds... drivable?
Huh. Let's find out. I'm just gonna roll some things. Okay.
Never a good sound.
Okay. The car has taken some damage, but surprisingly less than you thought it would. Turns out, like, the walls, you know, the construction here, not a lot of stone in the front of the building here, so you didn't really hit into anything too hard when you crashed. There's probably, like, a big dent on the right side where you kind of slammed into the curve. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, like, because you kind of hopped a little bit, like, it kind of, like, popped you up, you know, into the building.
Yeah.
And there's probably, like, damage to your roof. The windshield's, like, got a big shatter across it. Things like that, you know.
So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to make an attempt to... The way that the cops came from, like, the way that they're facing away from, since they crashed as well, I want to basically come from where they came from, so that they have to, like, you know, actually make a turn to follow me.
You're effectively going to drive back at them?
Yes, and around them.
Okay. Give me a drive check. This time, do it difficulty 8 again. Just give me this check. We'll stick with that. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright. Okay. You'll definitely manage to, like, kind of, like chunk out and quickly drive back the way they came past the cops. But it looks as though they were kind of, like, a little ready for you, and they are right behind you now. They've managed to turn around and get, like, in pursuit of you.
Shit.
But now you're back kind of, like, on some of the open roads that were right outside of this town at this point in time. What's the plan from here?
Just keep driving. There's not really... You can't, like, chuck a brownie out at them and splatter it on their windshield or something.
I mean, you could, but it'd probably do nothing.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Alright, then make me another Dex drive check, we'll say, if you're just going to stay to the roads. This one, normal difficulty.
Oh, fair enough, yeah. That's what I rolled.
Okay. Sorry, there should be a slash in front of that. Let's see what they do.
These cops are really good drivers.
I mean, like, they're decent.
I imagine they trained for it.
Yeah.
They have 2 dots in drive to your 1. Haha!
Damn it.
I think they actually have slightly... That's the only difference in dice pools, is they have that 1 extra drive with you. Alright, but you are actually managing to pull away a little bit from them. It looks as though they're trying to, like... they managed to quickly get behind you, but they're taking a little longer to kind of stabilize their vehicles after, like, the crash and stuff. And though yours is damaged, again, it's not, like, so much damage you couldn't drive it. Though you do sound... It does sound like something might be dragging.
Yeah. I figured that would be the case.
So now you're kind of... Since you're back on the road, do you want to turn off in a different direction? You're technically heading back towards the area...
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to turn off in a different direction.
Okay. This leads in kind of, like, slightly winding road through some, like, fields where, maybe animals graze.
What sort of animals?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of animals.
Are they badgers?
No. Cows, sheep, maybe.
Alright.
You can't really see right now, so you can like, kind of guess at most. But normally, you know, cows, sheep, that kind of thing would probably be in a field like this.
I don't know if they'd be able to hear me if I just, like, stuck my head out of the window of a moving car flying down the road. Moo!
I would say I would increase the difficulty for doing it, but if you wanted to, you could try it.
There's no harm.
Okay. So, first, though,
move.
roll me a Dex Drive difficulty 7 for this road.
Okay.
So we'll see how you're doing anyway.
Is the difficulty 7 because I'm sticking my head out of the moving car?
No, these aren't great roads. Okay, you guys are pretty much where you've been at. They aren't making any grounds, but you're not losing any grounds too. So you both, one success.
All right.
Okay, so roll your what is it there?
Charisma survival.
Yeah, your charisma survival. One success. Okay, so let's see here. What are you trying to order this cow to do?
I just want it to run in the road.
All right. So you're trying to get a cow to go in the road. So give me another Dex Drive difficulty 7, and I'm going to increase their difficulty for sudden
and
cow.
The way I'm essentially imagining it is I'm telling the cow to come charge basically at me, essentially, so that when it gets to where I would be, the other guy's gonna be there.
Yes.
He's gotta go around it.
Sure.
Alright. Dex Drive difficulty 7 again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, pretty good roll. Alright, let's see what they get. Okay. So they kind of are coming down, and they manage to, one of them they managed to both avoid the cow, but you managed to get some ground from them, basically. They kind of have to screech a little bit. They're not completely stopped, but they kind of both go to the sides, and avoid this cow, which is now on the road.
It's on Mario Kart where they go off the road, but it slows them down a little bit before they get back on the road.
Yes. All right.
The one thing their cop training didn't train them for.
Road cow.
Sudden cow.
Okay. You can now see in the distance, it looks as though there is a train that's going to be passing by. Things are coming down right now.
I'm gonna beat that train.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna do it. Look, I'm a vampire. I can take a lot of damage.
Roll your Dex Drive, please and thank you. Just roll it. I'll keep it difficulty 6, but I'll just I'll see what you roll and figure it out from there.
Alright.
Alright. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Alright. So you're screeching down the road, and you kind of barrel through the blockage, and one of the pieces of wood now embeds itself into your windshield, kind of sticking between you and the passenger side.
Oh, shit.
You kind of careen out of control as you hear this loud noise coming behind you. You manage not to crash, but you kind of just bump to the side of the road, not on the bad side of your car, hitting into a tree. And you can see there's some smoke coming out from behind your hoods, but you seem to have, at least for the moment, gotten by your pursuers. But that might not last long.
Right. And am I still kind of in the countryside?
Yes.
Essentially.
Yes.
Fuck. This is.
There's a little bit of woods in this area. You kind of moved into the train tracks was traveling through a little kind of glen, a little glen of wood trees that the kind of road passed down through. You kind of went up a hill, a small hill, and then down into this little thing here, so you could see beyond these fields of animals. It looks like there might have been a little farming area behind here.
Is the train now blocking where he came from?
Mm-hmm. For a very short period of time.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm trying to remember what obfuscate. Like
A
the
short period of
first level
time?
does.
You realize this is the middle of the night. It's not a metro train.
Oh, that's right. It's a freight train of some kind. So you got a couple of minutes at least.
I'm gonna like.
It's not an American freight train though.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna attempt to just hop on the train.
Okay.
Oh god.
I'm gonna get my brownies, put them in my pocket. You know, whatever else we have in there. I think it's just the brownies.
Yeah. Give me a. Was it investigation? I have to remember now off the top of my head. I'm gonna use Dawn's character sheet because she's not here. Yeah, a perception investigation. Then give me actually, just to see if you can catch anything that's like left behind.
At the risk of completely fucking us,
Hey!
there's probably another hat and cape in the trunk somewhere.
You'll find a couple of small items that you'll kind of throw together in a bag or something that was there. You know, place the
I'm gonna do
vehicle
that
looks-
thing that they do in the movies where there's like an open track right alongside, toss my bag in and hop
Yeah,
on.
you're just like kind of like quickly like do it. There's no like open thing, so you kind of can try to grab the side of one of the cars
Shit.
and like push your way in. Okay, just give me a Dex Athletics in order to try to like grab the side of a moving train while like jump on the side of it and successfully grab it. I'm gonna say difficulty 9. Thank you.
9? Oh.
No,
You
I'm
can
sorry.
buy
Freight train.
successes,
Freight
though,
chain.
right?
Freight
You
train.
have willpower.
I'll get actually 8. It's a freight train. I have to remember it's a freight train. It's a little slower.
Okay.
You have willpower you can use.
You do
Do I
have
have to
willpower.
do I have to use it before I roll? Or
Yes.
can I use
If you
it
want
after?
if you want an automatic success, you have to use it beforehand. That's the only leverage about willpower. You have to use it
All right,
early.
I will use 1 willpower for 1 success.
Mhm.
Difficulty 8. All right.
Awesome. All right. You kind of you try to time it right a little bit when you leap up and grab the side. Kind of like hugging close, you kind of bag of crap. You can actually manage with how you are because you kind of like prepared yourself a little bit to pull the bag to the side as you kind of whiz by some trees, which were out of the way of the train, but you hanging out might have smacked into it with you and your bag. So kind of as it goes by the little grove there, it starts moving out into the fields. It opens up and it makes it a little easier for you to kind of hang on there. And now you're train riding the opposite direction of London, but you don't know what you're going. So it looks like it's freight coming from London out to somewhere.
I'm going on an adventure.
All right. Let's switch back to the other team as now Samuel's going on an adventure.
Okay.
What's your plan post knocking the guy out, all the people out? It does sound
so-
like there's probably more cops on the
Let's confirm what we know about what's going on. You've
Yes.
got 4 people, 1 plainclothes detective, and 3 uniformed officers
Yep.
down behind the fire station.
Yep.
And
We
one
know
of
that-
those officers is currently being carried by Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why is...
It was the big one.
You were kidnapping the big one to make a ghoul?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
right!
very- We take that man home with us.
Taking the rock.
Big Jake, that's right. Okay. Or whatever his name was. So we've got
Something
the
British.
4 unconscious back here, not dead, correct?
Yes, none of them are dead. I mean, like,
Okay.
some of them, definitely they got off a call. You know, the detective called for backup.
Sure.
And you don't know how many Dunce is carrying with him on the other side of the building. But, you know, Dunce probably had a bunch over there. You also did hear some cars probably peeling out. It's quite kind of like... So you're assuming Dunce is trying to drive away. How
And the
that's
original
going?
plan was
Or
to break
Samuel.
the gas main, right? That way we can try and play this off as a mass hallucination.
Yes. and we don't know how many there are left coming to get us.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we all relatively hidden at this point in time?
You're at the back area of the... I mean, I think Nathan's the one that's, I guess, the closest because he was taking attacks. Was a little farther in. He's still in the kind of the parking lot, but the rest of you are kind of at the back of the parking lot, over by where the light, by where it kind of goes down into that little creek.
And
Okay.
if we were to break a gas main, where would one be at the moment?
Okay.
'Cause we never did actually figure that out.
No. Give me a minute to figure out which of your... Okay. Someone roll me intelligence technology.
Oh, I got you.
Could I do intelligence investigation instead?
Oh, whoops. I guess if you want to take a look around and see if you can find something, I can give you that if you can use your investigation. But if it's investigation, since you really don't know exactly where you're rolling, I'll say difficulty 8. It's a little more difficult. Because you're just kind of like, where is it from quickly? Because it's also still night, and the light is on the parking lot, so it's not great.
Do British buildings have the same thing we have with the gas meter outside?
I don't know.
Dawn? Ah, damn it.
Dawn, why aren't you here to help me?
I would imagine they'd have something similar.
Actually, since Leslie has been living in London, would he know this?
The thing is, they don't have like air conditioning in.
Air conditioning doesn't have anything to do with natural gas.
Yeah,
It has
air
to do-
conditioning is electricity.
Oh, fair enough.
It's heat that is gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they don't have heaters. Like, they don't have heat.
Do they have stoves?
No, they don't have heat.
It's hot water
No
tanks.
heat whatsoever.
They have no hot water in this firehouse.
Not-
That's
They
that's
aren't
very
allowed-
judgmental. I think there are plenty of hot people in the UK.
No, it's all cold all the time.
That explains why British people are so uptight.
All the
They
time.
have to take cold baths, drink their tea cold.
They might have electric water heaters too.
Oh.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna probably say they probably don't have a gas main. Like most of the time, they would not have a gas main on something like a fire station. Probably this rural too. You might have some like gas lines within the city, but you're pretty rural here. So if they had a need for it, they would have brought something in. More likely, they're more gas. It's not impossible, but like between the two of you, kind of like in looking into it, like, and definitely Leslie would say like they might have a main, but it would be like it depends on if they've had like major upgrades or not, which you guys don't know.
Fair enough. Well then.
Okay. New plan. I will tell them they're going around that side of the building. We will go around that side of the building.
This is a plan that I see no issue with. Are you sure you can convince them of such?
I'm going to do my best.
So you're gonna like take his
sit back here and
comms
wait.
and try to use his comms and basically like trick them.
No, I'm going to shout.
Okay.
And
Alright.
I'm hoping that the volume and excitement will help disguise the fact that I'm not the same as the detectives, but I did hear
Yeah.
him talking, so I'm going to do my best to imitate him at least a little.
Give me a manipulation subterfuge. Let's say difficulty 8. This is not like
So,
you are
what I
trying to
wanna do
imitating
is-
the guy, and you are trying to like just be loud.
what I want to do is imitate the guy's voice so that I can use leadership to try and get them to go around the other side of the building.
Give me the manipulation subterfuge first, and then I can, if you want to try to like use your ability to say the right thing, I can add that in
Okay.
afterwards. So this will be to like, I guess, trick them into the voice you're doing. We'll say first. We can do this 2
Got
times.
it. Difficulty 8.
Yeah. Okay, and then roll me a charisma leadership after that. Actually, no, a manipulation leadership.
so-
Actually.
Okay. Manipulation, leadership.
I'll say this is just difficulty 7 because it's kind of heat of the moment, so it's not as difficult as you did before.
Okay. And, okay. I am a natural leader, so I get +2 to this.
Mhm.
And persuasive, does that mean I can re-roll 10s?
I would have given is persuasive on what, your leadership? Or on your
I
manipulation?
mean, I guess I wouldn't mind using it on either.
But which is it on, I'm saying?
Oh, it's on manipulation.
Oh, then yeah, I would have probably been applied to your last roll. If you were to roll another d10 on that one. I mean...
Well,
All right, one more.
well, let me do the leadership.
Okay. Okay. And just roll an extra d10 for me, thank you. Okay. Alright, let's see here. So your plan is to have them come around one side of the building while all of you go on around the other side of the building, right? Or try to, like,
Yes.
convince them of that. Alright,
Yes.
So you're trying to head to the side of the building. The two of you, the three of you, I'm sorry, and your person in tow are moving around. As you kind of get to the edge of it, give me perception awareness.
Both of us? Or?
Yes, go ahead, both of you, if you want to.
All right. This is going to be great.
Okay,
Got one.
Nathan, you kind of will be able to get you guys, everybody stop short on the one side of the building, because you notice that there does seem to be an officer still hanging around on that side.
Okay.
He seems to be kind of like watching your direction, but hasn't noticed anything because it's kind of still dark. Side of the building doesn't really have some light. It's got a little bit of like that extra light from the back area of the parking lot, but it doesn't go everywhere. What's the plan?
I'm assuming Nathan is telling me about this individual.
I'll indicate.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk too much because he's right there.
Let me just throw something in.
Can I use shadow play to try and use this man's shadow to basically stifle him, choke him out?
Sure.
Okay. Is a... Oh, that requires no roll. Just have to spend a blood point. All right. So yeah, I'm basically going to take control of this man's shadow, have it weave its way around his body, and then into his nose and mouth, so he cannot speak, cannot breathe.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a blood point to do that.
Yes. Okay.
And then, can I look around the corner and see if anybody else is in the vicinity, close enough to spot this man?
Let me just see something here. Cause,
Sure.
Subtract 1 for the dice. Okay. So he basically, like, you can hear, like, over here.
Deal, he get sounds out?
He reduces his stamina by 1. And it would asphyxiate him if he basically was getting that out as you were choking him, kind of thing. And he has enough stamina. But let me see, there's something else there that's going to happen. Because of other reasons. Okay.
Their flavor text for abilities doesn't always line up with
The actual thing.
actual gameplay, yeah.
It's like the choking stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like by strangle shadows begin to asphyxiate if their stamina is reduced to 0. Yeah.
Question: when this power is invoked within a mortal's vicinity, that individual must make a courage
I
roll or
rolled
suffer one type. Oh, nice.
He rolled 1-8, and that was the best thing he could roll all day.
Dang.
Actually, no, his perception to notice you guys was epic, and that's why he was actually able to get something off before this occurred a little bit more, too.
Damn.
Yep.
These
Okay.
cops continue to be amazing at their jobs.
His perception, which was not much, involved 2 10s. Thank you very much.
Oh my
Jesus.
He just,
Our luck continues.
the epic, like, British cops.
British cops are unbeatable, folks. This is what you take away from this.
You heard it here
Don't-
first, folks.
Don't mess with the bobbies.
Yep. Okay. So other than that, he is like kind of shrouded in some shadows of being kind of choked on it.
Okay.
Let's see. Yes. So he's kind of like, less stamina, choking shadows. What do you all want to do then?
Well, like I said earlier, can I try and look around the corner, see if anybody's in the area and can see this man?
He doesn't, like, from your view, because you're kind of around the side of the building, you don't see anybody. You can see, like, the flashing lights of a number of cop cars are coming from the front. And you guys from behind you can see, it looks like, people with some flashlights are coming around the other side quickly.
We gotta get out of Dodge.
Yeah. I think we go around, try to knock this guy out quickly, and if it doesn't work, then continue running.
Continue running.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. All right. Nathan, would you like to try your hand at this, or shall I?
Yes, I suppose.
We'll roll some initiative, because this dude is pulling out, like, a club to, like, smack you guys. This is not a gun-wielding officer. Or
A club.
A club-wielding officer.
Dangerous. Helps that we know that we only take half bash damage.
Yes.
What was the initiative roll again?
Dex plus... give me a second here, because I'm going to forget it. Is it Dex plus wits?
Dex and wits.
Dex plus wits.
So I got 2.
Okay.
Because I also add the celerity.
Uh-huh.
Which I totally miscounted, but it doesn't matter anyway.
It's fine.
Where the heck is wits?
You have to roll them separately, or roll something that has
Right.
equivalent numbers to your dexterity kind of thing.
Firearms, sure.
Or just /R space X D10.
All the
Alright, there we
options. Okay. So,
Nice.
Leslie, you got first move. Followed by him, followed by Nathan. Because these cops continue to be epic, apparently.
I don't know why, but you said Leslie, and for some reason my brain immediately associated that with Nathan instead.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can I basically then try to come up behind this man and pistol whip him in the back of the head?
And
knock
he's
him
like
out.
facing you guys, so it's really hard to get behind him. But you
Alright.
could like run up and pistol whip him in the face.
All right. I will attempt to do that then.
Okay.
Is this a Dex Brawl?
Dex melee probably because you're using a tool.
All right. And you know what? I'm just gonna use 1 willpower for this.
Okay. So
I want to make sure this works.
If we get a bonus to smack him in the face.
All right.
Okay, you will indeed hit him in the face then. Roll me. Oh, strength plus like 2. I think we were saying for like a club like this. Plus
Okay.
potence, plus another 2. Actually,
Okay. Strength plus 2 plus 2 plus 2.
yes, you got potence, right?
Yes.
Oh no, I think the potence is automatic. Is that automatic ones? God damn, I'm like
No.
you still have to
It's-
roll. Yeah, you have to
it's
spend
extra dice.
You can spend a blood to make it automatic. That's right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I have to
Sweet.
get my
Strength
brain in shape
6.
this week.
Difficulty 6.
Yeah, difficulty 6. All right. So you just whack him in the face with it, and he just like, let me roll his measly reduced stamina. Okay, so he will take 3 levels of damage to his face.
He explodes.
So he is injured. All right. So he's going to try to club you back. With his slightly less weapons. Okay, he will miss. He will miss you. Yep. That one.
I'm just gonna dodge to the side.
His
The Sovereign
his
Grace.
1 and 10 cancel out the attack. Nathan.
So I'm gonna run around. Can I get like on the other side of him so that we're flanking him to get some sort of small advantage?
Probably not like this turn, just because you guys are sort of like still moving up to him, and it's a pretty decent sized building. You know, it has the entire length of the like a fire engine and stuff. But you can get a good get up towards him and start getting around behind him if you want to.
But if I burned a point of celerity, I could then move and
I don't
attack
know
him.
what the advantage of being behind him would be off the top of my head. Maybe like +1 to your attack kind of thing, a bonus dice. For like, you know, getting out of sight if you're trying to melee him, we can say. If you want to spend the celerity.
So just 1 bonus die?
Yes, for a situational like bonus die. Let me see if you would get any more for this like multiple opponents and stuff. Where are you, chart of bonuses to attacks?
Oh, that was like way down.
It's like in the combat section somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's too far. That's the
Melee
appendix.
combat modifiers. Come on, melee close combat modifiers or combat modifiers.
Like, gain additional attack. Oh, from the rear, gain 2 additional attack dice.
Oh, from rear is it 2 additional attack dice? Does it say specifically?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's what you get.
Better than nothing.
Is it
Celerity
worth
would
a
only
point,
give you
though?
1, right?
It's however much a celerity is. So yes, it would be
yeah.
like, if he only has 1 celerity, then yes, that would give his extra 1.
That would give me 1 additional attack die for the cost of a blood point, where instead, alternatively, what I could do is try and use presence on him and get him to talk to the rest for us. And I think that's probably going to be more helpful. So I think that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. So what are you trying to use? How much presence do you have?
I have 1.
So you can use awe.
Yep.
So basically, you can dumbfound him. Okay. You can spend a blood point and roll charisma plus performance.
All right. Blood point and charisma performance. Difficulty 7.
Yep. All right, I mean, it's like there was a dude here, so you really were only going to affect a dude, so you only needed a success. But you certainly got him kind of dumbstruck then. Okay, what do you want? So then it goes to Leslie, your turn. What are you going to do?
If I attack this man again, am I going to break him out of his dumbfounded state?
Danger breaks the spell of fascination,
Yes.
as does leaving the area.
Yes.
All right, then can I just basically do a quick scout around, see what our best path is to leave once we're done with this man?
Well, you can either try to just move your way away from the building, in which then your moving in towards like light brush into kind of town area. Not quite
Okay.
like this building is a little away from some other buildings, but not enough that like there's like
Are there other buildings in sight of us?
sure.
Okay. And this is a relatively small town, right?
Yes, you're basically like out like on the edge of a small town kind of thing. So you're not like in the city center, but you're close. Like you'd be like a 5-minute walk away from like major parts of the city kind of thing, you know, or I'm sorry, the town. I called it for a second. I called it a city, and it's not a city. If you head towards the front of the building, of course, are police cars there, but you don't know how many people remained there. Also,
All right.
Take a quick look and see if any of the cop cars are available.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Can I move just to the still the side of the building? Move close enough up to take a look at the front and see what is there. Then.
okay, you can do that definitely.
Okay.
You can roll me perception awareness. Are you trying to be unnoticed?
Yes.
Then roll
Trying
me
to
also.
trying to get up there stealthily
yeah,
and
then
take a look
also
around
roll
the
me
corner.
dexterity stealth.
All right, roll that first.
Sure.
Okay. Sturdy stealth.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
And then perception awareness, just trying to look around and see A, if there's anybody left at the front of the building still, and B, if there's any cars that, like, if they have a door open or something we can just get into
Sure.
and go.
Okay. It looks like there's like no one's necessarily like watching the direction you guys are at right now. It looks like they do have like their eyes that they could maybe notice something. It looks as though like 2 officers, one with a weapon drawn, like a gun drawn, the other just kind of like on guard, keeping an eye out, are positioned more towards the other side of the building. There seems to be like 3 cop cars here. At one of the cars, there's someone on a radio, like outside of the car, you know, like kind of like talking.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a slightly older model of car, and you know, so he's on the classic radio kind of look to someone.
How close is the radio man to the other 2?
I would say he's sort of like in the middle of the entire area of cars, so he's like middle of the building. Like,
okay.
The other 2 are like 75% over towards the other side of the building, I'll say.
Okay. So probably more than 10 meters apart.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
I'm going to motion you over towards me real quick.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to walk back his way, and I guess that's my entire turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, you're sort of out of combat now, so for at least a couple of seconds.
Okay. Real quick, I'm going to tell the guy that's odd. There are some men in the back that are very hurt. You need to get the officers in front to come back and help you with them.
Okay. I don't know if all is powerful enough on its own to do that. But
Well, no, I'm probably going to have to manipulate him in some way.
you've got someone
But-
who can do that, though, to do what you want.
Right.
You
Wait,
do.
me?
Someone has dominate.
Oh, right, I do! I completely forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
All right. Give me a second. I need to find dominate again. I'd never had any plans to actually use this.
Command. Locks eyes with the subject, speaks a one-word command.
Yeah, you got
I don't know if
command.
mine's strong enough.
You can command him to do one thing.
But it
It's like
has
a
to be a
one-word command.
one-word command.
Uh-huh.
What about help?
But the thing
And
is, you could point and say, help.
Okay.
You know, it has to be, like, straightforward, but if you would, like,
But
point...
you can use the word as part of a sentence.
Yeah.
Would that kind of help guide what he might want to do, especially since he's
Yes, like you could say, like,
Odd
go
finding
help
it.
them, kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Clear and straightforward. Can't be confusing or ambiguous. Manipulation, intimidation.
Mhm.
Being
So you
commanded
could
against one's
say,
nature.
like, please get those officers to help the men in
yeah.
back.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay. Let me see the. Okay. Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna walk up to this guy, look him right in the eyes,
Mhm.
and say, "There's officers in the back that are injured. You need to help them."
Okay. Roll
Bring the-
manipulation plus intimidation, then.
Manipulation, intimidation.
Mhm.
Not a cult. That is the wrong one. Where's intimidation?
It is under your talents, I believe.
And the difficulty is his current willpower.
Yes.
So what is his willpower?
Let's see here. His willpower would be... It's based on courage. We'll say 4. There, he needs a cop. He's pretty courageous.
Okay.
Yeah. They probably have to be.
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, it's... You're like... Oh, he's like... So he... Okay, you plant the suggestion in him. He's still standing there dumbstruck.
Wait. Okay. I'm gonna look him in the eyes. Continue looking him in the eyes.
Mm-hmm. He just seems fascinated with Nathan.
So,
All right. I've never encountered this before, so I don't know this is why he's like this.
so this says that those near desire to be closer to him and
Mhm.
become receptive to my point of view.
But yours isn't mine.
The
is
heart
thing.
leans towards my opinion.
Okay,
They
well,
want to agree, and they soon find themselves outnumbered.
it's...
All right, I'm
I'm
gonna-
chancy deliberation into certain resolution in the vampire's favor.
I'm gonna look at
You
Nathan
could,
and
like-
say, "Can you help
okay.
out here?"
Yeah, it's
Yeah, can
you,
I-
You just want to like I think it's like what I'm trying to say here is like he is still like under the effect of 2 powers, so I don't know which one would take precedence here.
Hmm.
You were
So
like
mine makes
like-
him more agreeable to me.
and like kind of
and-
like in like an awestruckness of you. Yes, because I gotta get back to the commanding of you got here because I moved too far.
In the meantime, Leslie's just gonna look at Nathan and say, "What did you do to this man?"
Okay, yeah.
This is not how it worked on the museum guard.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's sort of like he's like it's less that he's not doing anything. He's kind of like looking to you to see like because you have him under the awe, as if like, can I go do that, boss? Kind of thing.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Please bring those gentlemen in front to help you.
Okay. So now this will work.
Wait, wording.
Yes. No, this is fine.
Okay.
Effectively, with the awe, you can add the suggestion. You added the suggestion to the domination of helping those guys. That now he actually will call. He's like, "There's some men down at the back. We need some help. Get a couple people back here. Call an
Now we need
ambulance." As he's gonna run into the back.
That is medical aid.
Yep.
All right.
And he's taken off running to the back as well.
Well, the guy you saw, because you kind of recalled back. You could look back at the front and see like what they're doing.
All right, then. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the front and take a look
The
around.
one on the radio is still on the radio. He seems to be, like desperately calling some people. One of the 2 men, the one that was just kind of like looking out, is going to run towards the back. The one with the gun is going to try to like move over towards the guy who's on the like radio and start talking to him. Or so like
Okay.
listening on him.
Okay. I think this is our best chance that we're going to get. We need one of these vehicles.
Yes. Can you do your shadow cloud again? Now that they're
Seems like
closer together?
Seems like a good time for it. All right, I'm going
Let's do
to
it.
try and cast Shadow Play. And I need to go back down to. I need. Can you make like bookmarks
I
in
would
Adobe?
suggest in Adobe most making a note on the page number, and then you can just put the page number in, because
I'd
otherwise
that would
recommend,
be-
I'd recommend getting Foxit.
Yeah, mine is
What is
bookmarks.
Foxit?
Foxit is like a PDF,
A
reader
PDF
that has
reader?
like bookmarks and so on and so forth.
Okay. Also, I made a mistake. I'm not using Shadow Play. I'm using Shroud of Night.
yeah.
All right. I'm going to try and again create the inky black cloud around these two individuals, so they can't hear, they can't see, and nobody can hear them.
Okay, and you're putting it directly on them right now.
Since they're the only two in the area at the front, yes,
Okay.
right on top of both of them.
Okay.
Manipulation occult, difficulty 7. And you know what? We really need to get out of here, so I'm going to use a willpower for this as well.
Okay.
That's a lot of willpower usage. Manipulation occult. A lot of nothing for this. 56. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Why?
Wow. Wow.
Cops are gods, and we are
Oh my god.
the
We're living in
challenge.
their world, boys. We're living in their world.
Oh my god. Alright. Let's take our first break, and then I'm figuring out what the hell just happened. Cause nothing good just happened.
Oh my
Nothing
god.
good at all.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm gonna take an extended leave absence. Bye, guys.
Holy crap.
Yeah, Tantus gets back, we're all like dead.
Welp. Yeah, so short break, bathroom, snack, drink, whatever you need. And we'll
Suicide.
be back. We'll be back to figure out
Jumping off a bridge.
what
Hard
just
carry.
happened with this entire thing.
Bleach.
So, see you in
doing
a few
fine.
minutes, folks.
I'm on a train.